Welcome to the Starting Monday podcast. The podcast for anyone who has a habit of delaying their health and fitness goals, who struggles to build consistency, or just doesn't know where to start. Have you ever said the phrase, "I'll start Monday"? If so, this is the podcast for you. Now, let's welcome the hosts, experienced personal trainers, and all-around good guys, Barry Stephen and Matthew Percival.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Starting Monday podcast. It's good to be back. We've not done an episode for a couple of weeks.
2 weeks to be exact.
Matthew, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? I was in sunny London, having a great time. Me and my dad went down to see the Mighty Hammers play Southampton.
What was the score again?
We won 1-0.
Oh, that's good.
We were awful though. We're a terrible team and we deserve to get relegated, but we're not going to get relegated this year. We're going to stay up because we are the Mighty Irons. How have you been, Barry? What have you been up to?
I'm good, mate. You've been away holidaying in London. I've been here working hard as usual.
You had about 5 holidays over the start of the year.
I did have a lot of holidays last year.
Was it last year?
Yeah, last year. I turned 40 last year, so I made a big holiday year out of it.
You said we'll start recording this when I get back from holiday.
Yeah.
But you didn't specify which holiday.
No, actually, I moved house, so huge event. And that's one of the reasons why we haven't actually got together and recorded anything in the last
Barry's
couple of weeks.
Being preoccupied. It's Barry's fault, not mine.
Because I've had other priorities.
Priorities, yeah, we'll go with that. That's better.
So,
That's a better wording.
Exciting times in moving house. Everyone says, it's one of the most stressful things you'll ever do. And I'm like, how's it going to be that stressful?
Was it awful?
It was stressful, yeah. It was extremely tiring, extremely stressful. And
are you liking the new place? Are you enjoying it?
Oh, yeah. Loving it.
Better?
Loving it.
More room? Spacious?
Yeah. I mean, I loved my previous place, but we just needed a bit more space. We needed more room. We've got 2 kids. We just needed extra rooms, basically, to store all our crap.
Yeah, all the stuff you've accumulated over the last couple of years.
Yeah. But, how's training?
My training's going pretty damn good. I'm not injured right now. I'm thriving, progressing well. Slow progression, but good progression.
I've been seeing your posts on Instagram, so I know you're working hard.
Yeah, you too. You did your little meet thing yesterday.
Yeah.
Some 1 rep maxes, didn't you?
Yeah, we did a 1 rep max testing day at the gym. We just basically focused on 3 lifts: the squats, bench press, and deadlift. Not a powerlifting meet by any stretch.
Yeah, just lifting for vibes and having a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a half decent turnout. Quite a few members came along and that had been working towards certain lifts. So yeah, and it was really, really good. 185 kilogram squat, which
that was good.
I'm chuffed about.
Good lift.
Yeah.
Solid. Good weight.
A 130 bench, although it did take me about 30 seconds to walk
questionable out. 130 bench.
Yeah.
Questionable. The 127 was a lot cleaner.
Yeah, no. Well,
the 130 would not count in a powerlifting meet.
No, it wouldn't. But it wasn't a powerlifting meet.
Yeah. So gym PB. Gym PB.
Gym PB. Yeah,
PB.
I'm taking it. But no, I was chuffed with 127 and a half because my previous best is 120. So
big jump. Yeah, it's really good.
I'm pretty happy with that.
And deadlift. Not great, but
deadlift, I've not been training it. I'm not trying to look for excuses, but I haven't actually touched a deadlift probably in about 5 or 6 months. So I just pulled 200.
Solid.
Which I thought was all right.
Not your best, but still
not
good
my
lift.
Best. But I was working.
Starts with a 2?
Yeah, I was working towards a decent squat and a decent bench, so I was chuffed with that.
Fantastic.
And it's always good to get some markers down. But anyway.
What's our topic, Barry? What are we chatting about today?
So today we are talking about gym anxiety or gym fear, which I can actually relate to this because putting this podcast on today, I was feeling a bit anxious just before we started. So hopefully
we were full of the fear.
Yeah,
it's been too long. It's been 2 weeks. Oh God, how are we going to do this?
Exactly. Once you've taken a couple of weeks away from it, you're like that anxiety and that fear builds back up, which is kind of what we were feeling when we first started.
For context, he has rescheduled this 3 times.
Yeah. So just before I hit the record button, that feeling of anxiety does build up.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that's quite similar to a lot of people who maybe want to get started in the gym or even are in the gym and want to.
I think everyone gets it in some sort of fashion, right? Anxiety.
Oh yeah, 100%. But whenever we have a consultation, I can feel the anxiety with the person that we're chatting.
The fear of the unknown, not really sure what's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, they've obviously faced some of that fears getting there into the gym and getting into the consultation process in the first place, which is half the battle, really. You know, what if you can do that, then you're on to a winner. But I basically broke down why you would maybe have anxiety or fear about going to the gym into sort of four different places. So one would be uncertainty. So like, you know, not knowing what it's going to be like, not knowing how you're going to do. When you go to the gym, you maybe don't have an idea of what you're going to do once you get there, and that's an easy one to get over, I think, Matthew, because you can plan ahead, right?
You can definitely plan ahead, yeah.
Yeah, and like we said a wee minute ago, just getting there in the first instance, getting in through the door is half the battle. But if you're anxious about not knowing what to do, that's an easy fix because you can get help.
You can always ask for help, yeah.
Yeah.
There's always staff in the gym. You can always go up to them, say like, I'm looking for a bit of help, a bit of information around blah, 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 you know what I mean? Or you could say, you know, I need a bit of a plan, that sort of stuff. There's always options. I think a lot of people do struggle with the getting through the door being the main thing. So overthinking it before they get in.
Yeah. And also thinking about what's the worst thing that can happen once you're actually there? You know, think about it in your head, the worst
case
scenario. And if you can level,
be that bad.
If you can level with that, then you know that'll probably take a little bit of the anxiety away.
Yeah, I would say, for example, for people who are more advanced who go to the gym and they do like squats, for example, the fear of failure is a big one for people not pushing the weight up. But if you're happy with bailing out of a squat, you know, you can start pushing the weight up. It feels good. The best lifts I've ever had squatting is when I'm just like, you know what? Even if I bail out of this, I'm going to have a good time. It's going to go well.
Yeah, make peace with the worst outcome possible, and I think you'll deal with some of that anxiety right off the bat. But you're obviously going to have a feeling of anxiety if you're going into something that you're not fully prepared for. So my first sort of advice would be try and make that a little bit easier on yourself. Get prepared.
Take some time, prepare it.
Yeah, take some time, ask for help, research, do a little bit of research of your own, but don't be scared to ask for help. If you're going to go into a gym, you've never lifted a weight before, you've never done any exercise before, of course you're not going to know what to do, all right?
Yeah, but then start with what you can do, you know what I mean? So when you're getting there, what are you comfortable with? Whether it's, okay, if you're going to a commercial gym, you're like, oh, well, I know what a treadmill is. I know how to work a treadmill. Yeah. Get on, get walking, and then have a little scope round. Oh, I can try that exercise. I can try that exercise.
Yeah.
And slowly building up.
You're going to be crap at first. Do you know what I mean?
Always,
You're going to be crap at first. I always get anxious about any time I go to play a game of golf, because I don't actually play a lot of golf, but it's something that I do like to play maybe a couple of times a year, 2 or 3 times a year. And
AKA he likes the drinking aspect more.
Yeah, I like
golfing aspect.
I like the day out, but I'm not particularly good at golf. But I like to think that I could go and play around the golf and be okay at it. But the reality is, you know, I'm anxious about how I'm going to play, what it's going to be like, who's going to see me on the first tee, absolutely sky it into the clubhouse, which I've done before.
Have you?
Yeah.
I can just imagine you there just taking chunks out the ground. It's like digging a hole.
I've hit a clubhouse window before.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
But that's actually not the worst.
Again, but then if you're happy with the worst case scenario, smashing a window, you're fine. You're good to go.
I didn't smash the window. Somehow it just bounced off it, which was amazing.
Got them reinforced or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Idiots like you who go twice a year.
I did actually lose a club once.
How?
It just came out of my hand. I was playing.
Well, you didn't find it, or you did find it?
So the worst thing of it all was I borrowed a set of clubs off my mate. We were playing in a summer's night. It was in a golf course in Perth. It runs right alongside the River Tay, and I hit a 3-iron off the first tee, but the iron came out my hand and basically just somersaulted into the Tay, which was maybe about 20.
Went in the river.
Yeah, it went in through the trees and into the river, 20 metres to the left. So most folk would
Were you comfortable with the worst outcome there?
I didn't actually think it could ever be that bad.
That's pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah, that is bad. So like I did actually make an attempt to go and look for the clubs.
You'd have to try.
There was a lot.
If they weren't your clubs, you have to like look like you care. You gotta go
I couldn't actually find it, and there was quite a lot of people mulling about at the clubhouse in the first tee and stuff. And I just thought I need to get up this fairway. You know what I mean? This is bad.
Let's get out of here. But let's keep going.
Yeah, I mean, So where were we there?
We're still talking about anxiety. We're still on topic.
Yeah, what's the worst thing that can happen? Try and think about it, and if you're okay with that, then
Yeah, it's not that bad. I've had some pretty wild things happen in the gym. It's all right. It's not that bad. People forget.
Yeah, and I know we touched on this in our last episode, Matthew, but people get anxious about comparing themselves to other people. They're not going to be as good as that person, or maybe they've got to
be
the
fair,
gym.
I think everyone's terrible for it. No matter if you're a beginner all the way up to advanced, you're always comparing. I think a lot of people deal with it better, and they do compare themselves in a positive mindset. Like, okay, well, for example, if I'm sitting here and like, oh, Barry did 200, in the deadlift, I can manage that. Yeah. That sort of stuff. Rather than, oh, he did 200, I can't manage anything near that. You know what I mean? That sort of anxiety creeping in. So yeah, comparing yourself to others can be good, but it can be bad, can it?
Yeah, you could use it as a positive as opposed to a negative. So I like that. But mostly just focus on you, and don't put your focus on other people and around about you. Put all the focus on you. And if you've really channeled in with the reasons why you want to go to the gym, then it doesn't really matter what other people are doing, what they're lifting, what they can do.
It doesn't now.
If it pushes you on and gives you that little bit of competitive edge, then absolutely great. That's a good positive thing. But if it stops you from getting your workout done, makes you feel more anxious, then it's not great.
You've got to remember that like goals are specific, right? So someone's always going to be leaner, someone's going to be stronger, someone's going to be more muscular, maybe more fitter. Like, you can't be good at everything as well. Yeah. So maybe your goal's strength based, but you're like, oh, that person's really lean, they look really good. Well, it's not your goal. Don't worry about it. You keep doing you, keep working on yourself, keep pushing yourself.
100%. Top tip for sort of getting through that anxiety for me would be just gratitude. Practicing gratitude and just thinking to yourself.
Remember where you started, I guess, as well, like how far you've come. Even coming in the door, you weren't there last week, now you are there. It's fantastic.
Write down or say to yourself daily a few things that you're really, really grateful for or really proud of, and just remind yourself of those things. I mean, I sometimes go day to day moaning about little things, and then I have to say, stop and just think, be grateful for the things that you have in your life, and it really does help you just even get into a better mood and get into a better mindset. So yeah. What about feeling like you are getting judged? I know, like if we go back to the golf analogy, so like feeling like you're getting judged by the people around about you because you're not good enough, that can sort of give you that fear and anxiety and stop.
Yeah, it can build up. To be fair, Barry, don't worry, I'm awful at golf as well. We're in the same boat here. I can't even hit it in a straight line. To be fair,
we felt a bit of that anxiety doing this podcast because we were like, oh, what are people going to think? What are people going to say? Are they going to like me? Are they going to like you?
Even like what we sound like, wasn't it? Like, oh my God, do I sound all right? That was you. Are you sure? Do I sound all right?
But at the end of the day, people don't go to the gym to judge other people. It's just something that I think is a general thing people think.
Again, people will judge you in day-to-day life. It's nothing to pick up on. It's nothing to be bothered by. People will always have an opinion about anything or everything you do, positive or negative. Like, they'll pick up something.
But I think it's a common thing to be in a gym, a busy gym, and if you are the anxious type, to have a feeling that people around about you are looking at you or speaking about you or judging you, or
you could be the best, greatest person in the world, only be positive, have the best body, super fit, and someone would still chat about you.
Yeah.
And don't get bothered by it.
No, but my point is that 99 times out of 100, they're probably not even focused on you. Do you know what I mean? It's just something that you've thought about in your head,
Yeah, you build up.
Yeah. So, you acknowledge that it's your thoughts that are making you feel like this, and not actually truthful things that are happening.
Yeah, so you don't know.
There's nothing to back up that's happening, and it's just a common feeling of anxiety that people get. Or
it's also forgetting that everyone goes to the gym to improve themselves. They're not there to do anything but that, really.
Exactly. So talking about that, Matthew, have you set yourself any goals, anything that you're wanting to work towards now that we're coming into the summer months?
I've still got the same goal that I've had for a while now. And I can't tell you it because I haven't done it yet.
Oh my God.
It's on my whiteboard in my room. I can't talk about it because I know as soon as I say it, people will judge me for it, but I'm going to do it. And when I do it, I'll say that was what it was.
Do you know what I like about that?
To be fair, okay, I'll break it down for you. I've got a weight that I'm going to deadlift. I want to feel that weight before the day I die. I want to feel that weight, and I'll be on my deathbed, hopefully in a long time, and go, yeah, that was heavy.
I like that the goal is personal to you. Do you know what I mean? It's specific to you, and it's another good example.
I write down my goals. I don't know about you, but I've got a whiteboard, and I write down my goals. I usually have about 3.
Yeah, it's good.
And I look at them. They're in my bedroom on my whiteboard. I see them every day.
It's good. I like it. It's specific to you, and it doesn't matter to anyone else. You don't even have to tell anyone else because it's your goal. But you want to tell me once you've done it, right?
I'll do it.
You'll be bragging about it.
I'll do it. It might be a while. It might be a while. What's your goals, Barry? You got any?
Well, I did have my goals recently were to really improve on my squat and my bench press, and the goal was to hit the goal was to hit a 180 squat and a 125 bench press. So
your 1 rep max PB lifetime is 190, isn't it?
It is, but it was probably
beating that.
It was about 8 or 9 years ago. So I'm taking 185 as a recent PB.
Go on. 6 months, Barry's going to squat 200.
Do you know what? It's coming up for the summer months, so my focus is probably going to be a bit more around aesthetics and just trying to get a bit
Barry, you always look good. Don't worry about it.
Thanks very much, mate.
After that YouTube documentary series of you getting lean and mean, you still got it.
What have you... Off topic, what have you been watching on TV recently?
I haven't watched much, to be fair.
Come on.
I watched, I think everyone who's listened to this might listen to it as well. I listened to it, watched it as well. The Last of Us.
The Last of Us, what's that?
You've not seen it?
No.
Oh, you should definitely watch it. It's a great TV show. It's based on a video game where basically a fungus infects humanity. And it's like zombies, but not.
Oh no!
And it's their survival.
Doesn't sound like my cup of tea.
No, you'll watch it. You'll like it. It's hard to explain without making it sound bad. It's really good. I think it might have won some awards, or it is going to win some awards, I think. So you give it a watch. I've also watched Creed 3 recently.
Awesome.
Pretty cheesy, but
haven't seen it.
Pretty good.
That's more up my street.
Watched it last night.
I always ask my clients what they're watching so I can get little tips of things that...
Yeah, but I do it as well, but do you not find they name so many TV shows? Everyone has a different one they're watching. I'm like, I can't watch all these.
But if you hear the same one 2 or 3 times, you think, well, that's maybe a good one.
In fact, yeah, I do that as well.
But we've been watching, our sort of go-to thing at the minute is the old Come Dine With Me's. Do you know watch them? It's easy watching.
This moment, I'm so glad I'm not married. I've got to watch reruns of Come Dine With Me.
No, but
the torment.
Nah, they're quite funny. They're good fun. They're easy watching.
Yeah, they are easy watching.
And it is quite hilarious.
The production value's not great though.
Do you know there was a guy I was watching one the other night, and it was in Glasgow, and the guy was he deep fried everything.
I respect it.
I think he got the worst score in the history of Come Dine With Me. He got 14, with five people. Over 5,
what did he deep fry?
He deep fried even lettuce and everything, absolutely deep fried everything.
Right.
He deep fried a lasagna.
I love that. Respect.
Yeah, it was. Have you seen
the guy on that? We're going off topic here. There's a guy on TikTok who takes lasagna. For
you can tell we've not got a lot of content for this one.
He puts it in breadcrumbs and all that, and then he deep fries them and then eats them, and they look amazing.
Yeah, this one didn't.
Well, anyway, back on topic.
Yeah,
feeling like you belong.
Yeah,
or don't belong.
Yeah,
we'll get back to the anxiety stuff.
That's basically the 4 main areas that I felt that someone would maybe have anxiety over going to the gym. Uncertainty, not knowing what to do, what it's going to be like when you get there, comparing yourself to others, feeling like you're going to get judged by other people, and that feeling of not belonging. But I do think that, even if I
think it depends on the gym you go. To be fair, I've actually felt like that before.
Yeah,
I'm not going to name the gym, but I went to a gym when we were still building where I work. So I was in between. I had nowhere to train because I'd left a current job. I was in a new job. The gym wasn't built yet. Where do I train? I went to the gym.
It wasn't my gym, was it?
No. I came to your gym afterward. Remember? Remember when we were drinking? And I was like, "I'll come to your gym, Barry." No, I won't name it, obviously. But I went to it, and I didn't, honestly, it's the first place I've ever been where I didn't enjoy training. I just didn't really have a vibe. No one spoke to each other. I think our gym's quite good, and your gym's quite good for like making a community and like people chatting and staff engaging with members and that sort of stuff.
So you just didn't feel that you belonged because of
Put it this way,
the vibe in the gym?
I didn't deadlift. I didn't squat. For the first time, I didn't do those two main lifts I'm well known for doing.
The two things that you do, you didn't do.
All the time.
So what were you doing?
Yes.
You on the bike?
I kind of just did like kind of bodybuilding-esque sort of stuff, like volume, nothing exciting really.
I think if I go to another gym, right, I feel like that. I feel like I don't belong there, and that gives me a bit of anxiety. I also don't know where things are, and you know how the gym works, and even using different equipment, it can throw you a little bit. Yeah. Whereas if I'm in my own gym, obviously I don't feel like that. I feel that
you've got a lovely gym, Barry. Everyone who's listening should come down and check it out.
But I think this is one that most people probably would relate to. They don't feel like they belong, but over time, this will change. I think even after like one session or two sessions, that starts to wane a little bit, and you start to feel like more comfortable in your surroundings. So like we said right at the start, getting in through the door, getting started, getting over that first hurdle.
Again, if you find that you feel like that, find a gym where you don't feel like that as well. Is it always an option? I feel like, again, people go, I don't enjoy myself. Like, there's gyms out there that are friendly. You know what I mean? Chatty. We're chatty.
Yeah.
People should come to us. We're friendly. We smile. We say, hi, how you doing? You know, that sort of stuff. And some gyms you do go into and you don't get anything. Yeah.
Well, one of the things I ask people to do in this gym, and I think if you're listening to this is something that I'd encourage you guys to do, or if you're someone that has felt anxious in the past and has got over that fear, is help other people. Have a look about your gym, and is there someone that you could say hello to? Ask them how their day is going. Talk to them about their workout. Help them with an exercise. Give them some of your knowledge if you're quite experienced and been going to the gym for a while, because those little things of like
make a big difference to someone.
Yeah, speaking to somebody could make a huge difference.
You could change their day.
You could change their day. It might
change their week.
And I know some really good examples of things that have happened here, and it's meant that someone has stayed for so much longer, or they've committed to it for like forever. Do you know what I mean? Just because they've got over that first few weeks of gym anxiety and getting that help from other people, or even just somebody being nice to them, saying hello, tell them about their journey, how they felt. Give someone a compliment. So you can help people go a long way. I
think that's a key one, isn't it? You can help people.
Yeah.
And helping people can also help you, because then you can have a point of contact. If you make a new friend in the gym, that makes the gym more enjoyable for you as well. You can go in and go, oh, hey, how are you doing? You know what I mean? You've got someone to chat to.
Yeah, absolutely.
So going out, reaching out, good thing.
And I think, just because you've maybe got over your gym anxiety, it can come back as well. It's not like something that you can get over for life. It's something that maybe can creep back in. And I think if you practice gratitude, also, help other people, do these nice things, it'll really help you feel better about your own gym situation as well.
100%.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the important content, which was a deep fried lasagna.
I've also been watching something called Obsession.
You did mention this. You mentioned this off the podcast, didn't you? To me, Obsession. Even the name sounds creepy.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like it's a 4-parter. It is pretty weird, actually. I'm not going to speak about it. We'll leave it. If you want to watch it, watch it.
It's got some funny bits. Did Emma make you watch it?
Yeah.
Did Emma make you watch it?
No, not at all. It was me that suggested it. Actually.
Was it?
Yeah. It's okay. It's all right.
You're really selling it. Off this, he said to me, "Oh, you should watch it. It's really good." He's brought up here and goes, "Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not that good."
Yeah, I've changed my mind.
He's getting anxiety around his TV program that he's loving.
No. But guys, hopefully this episode has helped you a little bit. And if you know anyone that's suffering from gym anxiety, or wants to get going, or has got going and wants to get back into it and is struggling, drop them this episode. Hopefully one or two things that we have said may help. Yeah. But
don't forget, tag us, put it in your stories, Instagram, follow us. We need more social media content, guys. Get involved.
We do.
Get involved.
But
we'll both repost it, won't we, Barry?
But we promise we're going to be more frequent with the episodes, isn't that right?
Every week. You're going to get one every week.
Yeah. Okay.
Ish.
Guys, we will see you in the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Starting Monday podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to follow us and share with your friends. Have a great day and see you at the next episode.